if any of you out there ever sit around thinking to yourselves, hey, I wonder what it's like to hang out with these guys. I wonder what it's like to actually be friends with someone like Rob, or more specifically, I wonder what it's like to be friends with someone like Jarrod Barbetta.
My God, I can tell you.
Well, I have a little insight into that, too. A couple of weeks ago, Jarrod called me, and he left a voicemail that
I should sit down for this.
Oh, it was lengthy, and, well, I have it for you.
Oh,
and,
good.
I just want to play this just so you can get an idea of when I turn on my voicemail, kind of what I hear.
All right. First of all, I didn't really reach you because if I had, I'd be able to talk to you directly, not to your machine. That's just a stupid thing to say. Second of all, I wanted to talk to you about something that just kind of happened to me, or might possibly happen to me. And I was calling to discuss that with you.
Please realize, let me interrupt here, please realize that I'm listening to this message like the next morning because I didn't even realize that he had called me since I was watching a movie and had my phone charging on the other side of the room and basically finished the movie and went to bed, figuring, well, my wife's home, who else would call or text me or leave a lengthy message? I might as well just go to bed, no one cares, and then gut this at like 7:30 the next morning.
For a brief 5 minutes. But I guess you're not around, or you're ignoring my phone call. So I guess I'll have to tell you another time, or if you had, if you had the ability, you could, I don't know, call a guy back, or even pick up the phone when you see my name come across your screen.
It bears mentioning, too, by the way, if I can interrupt for another minute, that I very rarely answer my phone.
That's true.
And I more rarely call Jarrod back.
That's also
because
true.
I know the conversation's probably going to go like this, except it's going to be longer because he's actually got me on the phone. And it's probably going to be this, but just for a half hour.
I don't know, like any good friend would do, man.
Oh, Jarrod.
All right. If you could give me a call back within the next couple of minutes or so, or next hour, that would be cool. Because I would like to discuss with you some possibilities, some opportunity that might have scurried across my table here.
Try to picture my face as I continue to listen to this message.
I'd like to have someone else talk to you about it. So, yeah, I don't know. I just figured I'd talk to you, but I guess, you hate me or something like that.
You look like you had something to say.
The thing is, I remember this call. I remember exactly where I was and, what was happening during this call.
Sure.
But for some reason, it sounds like I'm, just belligerent drunk and just like...
kind of how it seemed to me, too.
It just sounds like very desperate.
At 7:30 in the morning, listen. And by the way, let me actually just add a little color to this by saying I never did actually call Jarrod back on this.
No, he didn't.
No.
Because I figured, well, he left this long, rambling message last night at 8:30. It's now 7:30 in the morning. I don't think he cares anymore, and I'm just not going to bother.
Oh, it's not done yet.
Believe it or not, it continues.
I don't know. I mean, it's easy to hate someone that is handsome as I am, so that's understandable. But at the same time, I thought we were buddies, and I guess I'm just now going to slowly let go of the wheel and let my car direct me where I'm going to go. And if that means it's going to go into a phone pole,
just because you didn't answer the phone,
concrete wall. So I don't know.
You would think at this point that the message would end, yet it continues.
But anyway,
God.
Call another back. That'd be outstanding, actually. As I'm driving by your house right now I'm giving you the evil eye. Right now, as I'm driving past your house. Do you feel it? Do you feel the evil eye? See the now I have passed it. Now it is gone. But did you feel it? That's the question I have. Did you feel like the searing hate that happened there?
God.
I don't know. Maybe you can call me back and let me know if you had or not. Or maybe not. Or maybe you're just sitting there
According to the CD player up here, by the way, there's still a minute left to go on this deal.
Giggling at this whole message that just tends to go on forever. Yeah. So, there's that. Outside of that, I guess I'll hear from you when I hear from you. Whenever that might be. It could be never, because I don't think you've ever called me back ever.
That's possibly true.
It is true.
As a matter of fact, for the reasons detailed earlier.
That's my many requests to have you call me back. I don't think you've ever reciprocated my request to be called back. So I guess that's something else.
Steve's like, thank God he doesn't call me.
I wish I had...
Part of my reason for playing this message was because I was wondering if Steve ever has received one of these messages.
No.
I had
have too much respect
for
for
the radio
Steve.
show next week, so I can give you guff over the airwaves.
By the way, who says airwaves? Mikey D says airwaves.
I don't know.
We're taking over the airwaves.
Yeah, the airwaves.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I'll just suppose that you're going to call me back at some time. Bye bye.
He just says bye and just hangs up. So, for any of you out there who ever want to know, that's what it's like to be friends with Jarrod Barbetta. You may just eventually end up having one of those phone calls.
Here's an idea for a segment.
Sure.
Jarrod voicemails.
Hey, speaking of Jarrod's loudest, last week we did a segment.
Here we go.
Where we talked about what it was like to be friends with Jarrod Barbetta.
Mm-hmm.
I played a voicemail, which was particularly lengthy.
Do you save them all?
No.
Okay.
No. I saved that one, and I went back and found another one from November.
Okay.
And I'm going to play that one for you now. And it came to my attention that I probably can't do this bit too much longer, because then people are going to start thinking that he's actually leaving these long voicemails just to be a bit on the program.
Yeah.
So what?
But I mean, I still, so at that point it almost loses its authenticity. At the time he left this one, he had absolutely no idea that, we were going to be doing this. So here it is. This was from, I believe this was from sometime around Thanksgiving, 2015.
I haven't reached Rob. I got overled to his porch type of thing. This I haven't reached you. Because if I reached you, I would have been able to talk to you. I haven't reached nothing. This is stupid.
Can I interrupt here right away?
Yeah, that seems to be
and
a
just
theme.
say that that's basically how every one of his messages begins.
Okay. So he picks up on the fact that you say, you have reached Rob, please leave a
correct.
message.
If if that's your outgoing message in November, it's time to change it, my friend.
I don't.
'Cause clearly, I
nobody-
don't like it.
God, I had mine for years.
Nobody calls me. It doesn't matter. It's kind of like this program.
Anyway, I was going to tell you about tomorrow, but I guess you're not interested. I mean, I could text you or whatever we're doing on the thing, but I'm driving, and it was a pain in the ass to call you or to text while driving because I don't want to die.
His fingers on the button.
Did you? Also, the fact that notice how this time he doesn't want to die. The last time when I wasn't answering his call, he was just going to let his car run into a telephone pole or a tree.
Despite what some may think. But at any rate, you're probably not going to listen to this. Or you might. You might, but that's probably as probable as you masturbate.
Which I don't even know what that means. Like, are you saying it's not probable that I do, or that it's very probable that I do?
It's probable.
But you said that the chances of my listening to that are as probable as you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense if that's what you were trying to say.
It's in my head. It makes sense. It means that you're not going to listen to the message just as much as you're going to masturbate.
In your head is the only place where that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah. I mean, I can tell you now about tomorrow, but then where's the fun in that? I guess I'll just have to wait until I park and my engine is off, and then I can text you. So there's that.
And you're he likes to say there's that after, and you're telling me, Steve, that you've never really received one of these messages.
No.
I know personally. I've never given Steve a voicemail like this.
I don't think I've ever had a voicemail from Jarrod.
I envy you, sir.
Well, I don't give him my phone numbers. So.
And you're lucky that you don't live in Plymouth, because all this junk down here with the fucking parade and shit sucks. And then that means all of my morning errands tomorrow are because they're going to be, hey, we're going to have a parade at like 8 in the morning. It's going to last until 12 in the afternoon. Everybody that lives in town.
I actually can attest to this, that he's actually right. When they have parades in Plymouth, it is a royal pain in the ass because they don't block off any streets properly, and you end up stuck. There was one time when my wife and I actually got stuck sort of in the parade, and we had to turn down a side street, and we had to park in someone's driveway for 15 minutes while the friggin' thing went by. So I do sympathize with you on that part.
And as someone who's walked in the 4th of July parade, right? It happens. Like, you're walking down the way, you're doing your thing, you wave, and then all of a sudden some cars just, like, happens in line, and you're like, what are you doing? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. And that's the thing is, you can't blame. I understand that could be irritating if you're in the parade, but you cannot blame those people because having been on the other side of it, I can tell you that they don't give you enough information ahead of time about what the hell's going on. By the way, the message continues.
Specifically downtown, where the only way to get in and out of my apartment is through, Main Street. Which, at any rate, I don't want to bother you too much with this message that you're probably not going to listen to. Isn't that a strange feeling, knowing that, like, you're just putting a lot of effort into something like this, and then it's going to go to you just know it's going to go unheard?
No, it's not strange to me at all. As a matter of fact, it's how I feel every week when I do this program.
Thanks, Peter.
Fucking crazy. Yeah. And I don't know. So I guess I'll text you. So by the time you get my text message, you'll get my text message before you get before you listen to this voicemail, I think is the way it's going. I think. I'm not sure. I can't think right now. I just had some chicken fries.
Is this house phone or? Yeah.
Do girls wear stockings anymore, like nylon? Is that a thing? Is that a thing anymore? Like nylon? Like, not like, I'm not talking like thigh highs or knee highs. I'm talking like full on, I'm going to climb into a pair of tights type of shit. Is that a thing? You should probably check that out for me. Google it. Find out if that's a thing. I'd like to know if that's still a thing. Oh, wow, this is a long message, isn't it? I bet you thought that I was going to hang up after that last comment about the nylon. But I didn't. I fooled you. Because I want to see how long this will go. Oh. I got you again. With the silence. You're probably, thank God. Thank God this is over. Oh, man, yeah. No, it's not over. Nope. Traffic sucks, I'm telling you. Traffic blows. Bad. It sucks real bad. It's like...
And it actually got cut off. Remember last week when I said I thought I had at some point a 4-minute limitation on voicemails? That one made it. So apparently the one that, when he left me the message last week, it was like 3 minutes and 57 seconds long, which is why when he ended and was like, okay, bye. I actually got that part, but this one, after 4 minutes, it just cut out.
Yeah, okay.
And it's one of those things where I'll see a missed call from Jarrod, and then I'm like, oh, maybe he's leaving me a message. And then a few minutes go by, and I'm like, well, oh, no, maybe he didn't leave me a message. And then I remember it's Jarrod. The message is probably still cooking somewhere, and that turns out to be the case. And so that was one from November. And then once again, if anybody ever wonders what it's like to be friends with Jarrod Barbetta, well, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, man, that nylon comment really killed me.
I'm glad you cracked yourself up there.
Well, like, what am I doing with my life? Why am I not doing this professionally? Christ!
I mean, how much demand do you think there is for people to leave ridiculous voicemails?
Well, there's got to be some market for it, because there's all kinds of people doing all kinds of dumb crap. Like, oh hey, you want candy that tastes like? Well, guess what? We have it. We have candy that tastes like farts. Come get them.
James Joyce would have liked that.
Yep, he would have liked it.
Well, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of big stupid markets out there. I could probably do this. I could probably set up a website. $10. I'll leave a long message on your friend's answer machine starting today.